Hello Virgo, and welcome to your monthly readings for February. This is Moon Magic Tarot and I am Ambi. I'm using my new tarot deck. It's called the Tarot of the Trees by Dana Driscoll, and I love it very, very much. So let me know what you think about it if you would. So what we're going to do for these monthlies is we're going to draw 5 cards. One being this first one is the energy, the overall energy for the month, and then we're going to do 1 card per week to get a basic idea of what's going on generally for all you Virgos out there, right? Alright. So we want a message for Virgos for February. Something that will help them reach their highest potential for the month, right? Let's get these other cards. There's that. And well, let's see what we got for you there, Virgo. And the top card, I don't know if you can see it. I think you should be able to. It's Queen of Pentacles, and we got the Knight of Cups, the Magician, Judgment, and the 9 of Swords. All right, here, let's see what this means for you. So the overall energy of February for you, Virgo, is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, chances are, because Virgos are earth signs and pentacles represent earth signs, that this is actually probably you. So it looks like the focus will be more on you, or maybe it'll be you focusing on cultivating the more positive aspects of the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is typically an earth sign, obviously, but she is usually very stable, like logically minded. She is wealthy, but not like not overly extravagant. Just, you know, she's wealthy, she's comfortable, everything she has a use, she's very generous, she's money-minded, she's not frivolous with her stuff, she's very focused on, you know, sustaining what she has while helping others get a leg up. Usually, she can be kind of stern, and she's not the most playful queen, but she's also not like the fiery, you know, Queen of Wands. She's just grounded, very grounded and earthy, you know, because she's an earth sign. She's very perceptive, and when she does things, she goes about it efficiently as to like maximize her investment in it. They can work in finances a lot, or, you know, they're just hyper responsible usually. So it might be that you're being asked to be more of those things, or this is just representing that all of this is about internal you, which is possible. Okay, so the first week is about the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups indicates that there is a love proposal of some kind, or there's like some kind of message that comes in about love and joy, things of happy nature-y, like something that makes you happy. You get news about it, whatever it is, you feel it on a very emotional level, reasons to be excited. It can be romantic, idealistic kind of things coming through. This can also be a young man, immature, not like a fully matured king, but a younger man, usually like late teens to mid-20s-ish, who is softer, sensitive, more in touch with his emotions, gentle, caring, and compassionate by nature, can be artistic, very creative, intuitive even. It could be that in the first week, a male that fits that description is either on your mind a lot, because this seems to be more about you and internal you. Probably that actually. That actually feels really... For the most of you, I think you'll be thinking about this person. It could be that they are actually in your life, and so they're drawing a lot of your attention during the first week of February. Alright, so then the second week is the Magician. Look at the color of that tree. I love it so much. Okay, the Magician is basically this week you have the power to create your reality. You have all the tools necessary to completely weave whatever reality you want to experience. You can guide it in whatever direction, but you have to take the energy, take the effort and apply the energy to do so, and the focus. Okay, so this is basically the second week. You need to know how powerful you are. You absolutely, you choose what you have in your life. So on even a more, instead of being so much like energetic and manifesty and you gotta manifest and positive thinking and stuff, this is more like if somebody hurts you and you continually let them be in your life, you chose that part of your reality. So you do kind of, it does have a, you have to take responsibility for what you allow kind of feel to it, but also you choose to make those positive steps. So you should pat yourself on the back for the things that you are thoroughly enjoying about your life. You know, you chose to go out there and have a good time, you know, or you chose to invest in this thing that really fulfills you on a deeper level. Whatever it is, you have the power to orchestrate whatever you want. It's not being done to you, and you know this on some level now. Now the third week is the Judgment card. And what I really like about this in this deck, this Judgment card really drives home the point of judgment, that is, as you reap, so shall you sow. So this is the seeds you have planted are now beginning to, you know, grow. So you're starting to see. Oops, Buddha, get out of here. Sorry about that. That was my cat, Buddha. Usually it's Wyland that jumps up here, but anyways, so Judgment. This is things that you've started you're starting to see a return on it. You're starting to see what's coming of what you've invested your time and energy into, right? So if this can also have a karmic effect. So if you just kind of threw that seed on the ground, it probably wouldn't be sprouting. This stormy weather would have washed it away and it would have never had a chance to become a tree. But you planted that seed, you packed it into the earth, and you cared for it. You cultivated the ground to make sure that it was nutrient rich enough to facilitate this plant to grow at its optimum, right? So this is you starting to see some of the fruits of your labor, right? And I think that's beautiful, you know, especially coming out of like, I realize it's my power to create my reality, and you're like, boom, you know. This can also mean, like with the rain and stuff, that sometimes it can be harder to push out of the ground when you're trying to burst out, right? So keep in mind that, you know, you just got to keep your nose down and keep going if things do get challenging in the third week, although I really don't think they will. I think it'll be mostly, for most of you Virgos watching this, it's going to be kind of like a, yeah, this is awesome. Look, I did that, and it's only the beginning. It's only going to get better from here. Pretty soon I'm going to have 100 and, you know, hundreds of acorns, and not just this one. Look at me multiply what I had to begin with, you know, and all it took was hard work for a minute, and I think that's wonderful for you. In the third week, or the fourth week, excuse me, you have the Nine of Swords. And this Nine of Swords indicates that in the fourth week, you're probably going to be feeling maybe kind of depressed. You might feel a little stuck. You're going to maybe be anxious. Your anxiety might be a little higher than usual. You might be worried about your future or your position in the world. You can kind of be hopeless. You might have a tendency to feel hopeless. And I don't know if something happened between here and here. Well, I think maybe, or it seems like maybe this didn't grow as fast as you wanted it to, whatever it is in the third week, that you come to find like maybe you didn't put as much energy into it as you thought you did, and so you feel a little hopeless and like it's not going to work out. It is going to work out. It totally is. It just might take a little more time, so patience. And that's one thing the Queen of Pentacles is really good at, is patience. Wait for it to come through. You have what it takes to do it, since you generally are the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So, and I know anxiety is hard to override and keep going. Just try to keep changing your thought patterns. As hard as that, or as easy it is to say, I know it's really hard to do. Positive focus goes a long, long way. I don't think this is going to last long, though. It's very fleeting. It feels fleeting with, these little swirls here make it feel like it's just a storm blowing through, And then you'll have time to pull those swords out of your back, clean your wounds, and you'll be good. You're stronger for it, too. That's the one thing. One thing that this can be is that you feel opposition. So you might feel like there's opposition against this thing that you're growing, this where you've taken your power and you've decided to embark on a project or an endeavor or something, and there's some opposition to it, and you don't get it, and you're starting to turn on yourself instead of really understanding that the person who's opposing you or criticizing this direction you're going in is really doing it out of a sense of lack in themselves. So just know that it's not about you. If this comes to you and you start feeling depressed or anxious because of what somebody said, please do know that it isn't, what they said isn't even about you, okay? It's not even about you at all. It's their stuff being projected onto you. And a lot of the time, Virgos tend to be easy targets because they accept it. Even when they know it's not about them, it's like a lot of the time you Virgos have this subconscious thing in you that knows that sometimes people have to play out their shit and you can handle it, so you let them because you're very grounded and stable. So you just let people and over time it wears at you, over time it'll knock you down. Just know, like, this is a good time to stop doing that for a little bit, because you do need self-care to keep you going. Otherwise, you can't be there for other people. I hope that makes sense for you, and I hope that this reading somehow adds to your life to make it better or easier or enriches your life in some way, size, shape, or form. And I really am wishing you a beautiful February. If you feel so inspired to, please do rate my video, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you think it deserves. Comment. I think that would be sweet to get to know who's all watching these videos. And if you're not already subscribed, please do go ahead and subscribe. So if you want to see my videos in the future, that is, because then you'll know when they get posted. And yeah, much love to you. Have a beautiful month. Bye-bye now.